What's up everyone? John Rettinger from Techno Buffalo here. Earlier today we unboxed this guy, the brand new iPad Air. It's not enough time to do a full review, but it is plenty of time to do a first impressions. So without any further ado, let's get first impressioning. So it's called the iPad Air for one obvious reason: it feels super light. Now I can't really tell you on video or let you experience how light it feels, but suffice to say it feels really, really light. Especially when you compare it to the iPad 4 or any previous generation iPad, you can hardly even feel the weight. Now certainly it still weighs something. It's not, lighter than air, but it really feels very nice. The big difference here design-wise, when you take a previous generation iPad and you stack them like an iPad sandwich, you can see how much smaller the iPad Air really is. It's almost as if you took out one of the whole side bezels on the iPad 4. It really is astounding. Another thing I've noticed with the iPad, and we sort of verified this with other folks in the office, when you tap the screen, I don't know if you can hear that, it almost feels like the device is hollow. If you compare that to what it feels like to touch the screen of last generation iPad, it's a very different sound. So I don't know if the glass is thinner, perhaps, on the iPad Air, which certainly might have accounted for its thinness and loss of weight, but you certainly can notice it only if you compare it to a previous generation. So speed here is obviously fast. I got a 64-bit chip. It's very, very quick. Applications launch really fast, but that's kind of silly to show. Yeah, things look fast. Look how quick Safari launches. Hey, it's quick, but it's always been quick. It's never been slow. Scrolling is also very quick. Pretty intensive games like Infinity Blade 3 look gorgeous on this giant screen. I mean, it looks absolutely beautiful. The graphics are stunning. The motion's very quick and fluid. You never at any time feel like you are using an underpowered device. Other than that, it's pretty much iOS 7 that we know. You definitely get the sense that iOS 7 was designed with the iPad Air and the iPhone 5S in mind, and perhaps probably even used as the reference hardware. It just works very, very quickly. Any quirks you might have noticed with your iPhone 5 or older generation iPad with iOS 7, you are not going to notice here with the iPad Air. The bezels here are smaller, but there's still plenty of room to hold your hands when you're using it. So there are stereo speakers here on the bottom. I would have preferred to have maybe one on the bottom and one on top so you get sort of that true stereo sound. If you're holding your iPad down, you're going to get those, like this for example, you're going to get that sound a little bit muffled. But the speakers do sound very good on the iPad, and regardless of location, having stereo speakers is definitely welcome. Some folks in the office have said the home button feels a little bit different, is a little shallower. I haven't noticed that, but you might when you pick up your iPad Air or try it in an Apple store. Other than that, this is pretty much iPad through and through, everything we know and love or loathe about the iPad. I do like the new design. It feels more like a larger iPad mini, and I love the way that looked. You can pick it up in space gray or silver. Silver, of course, we've got the silver here. It just looks nice. The reflective Apple logo is there, so you can look at your beautiful face. Camera has improved, but please don't use that back camera to take any pictures of anything. Only time you should ever use that is when you're FaceTime and you want to show someone something in front of you. Don't be that guy holding this thing up, trying to take pictures of your kids. It's just not cool. Like I said, it's an iPad through and through. It's the quickest iPad yet. It's the best iPad yet. If you're in the market for a new tablet, this would be a great one to pick up. I don't know yet if it's worth an upgrade from the iPad 4. I'll use it for a few more days and let you guys know. Anything else you want to see, though, about the iPad Air, be sure to let us know. Until next time, I am John Rettinger from Techno Buffalo. Be sure to check us out for the latest and greatest tech news. Please give the video a thumbs up. We definitely appreciate it. I will see you guys at the next video. Bye-bye.
What's up, everyone? It's Ashley. Thanks so much for watching that most recent video. If you enjoyed it, please click on the word subscribe right underneath me to get tons more tech videos from us here at Techno Buffalo. We have got unboxings, comparisons, reviews, recaps, and everything else you can think of here on the channel. If you're in the mood for more technology, just click right over here to check out some of our most recent videos. See you next time, humans.